So if you're like me, seeing this guy right here evokes all kinds of emotions in you, right? I mean, it's Nintendo, but it's also Lego. I mean, this is my childhood on two different levels, and for me, it connects with Christmas. So we're gonna get into that story today on Things I Love as we unpack the Nintendo NES Lego set. Today on Things I Love. Welcome back to Things I Love. That's right, today we're talking about this new Nintendo NES Lego set. It has been a while since we've talked about Lego. There's much more to it than this controller, by the way. It's an incredible set. We're going to get into that in just a moment. If you're new to this channel, we're all about Disney, Star Wars, and Lego. That is the trifecta of our fandom. We're so glad that you're with us today. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell to be notified of these positive videos every week, twice a week on Tuesday and Friday. Give us a big thumbs up, share this video, and comment down below. All right, let's get right into it. This is just the controller. Comes with the NES Nintendo set, and look, it's pretty awesome. Looks just like the controller that I used to play with all the time. So you turn it over on the back. It's Lego. Look, I wanted to do a speed build for you or one of our ASMR builds for you, but it was a really big set and took me a really long time. I got this set in August on my birthday, and here it is in December. But look, it took me a while to build this, and it was purposeful. I wanted to build it just a little bit at a time. Loved building it, and so I want to show it to you today. We've got a few things here. It's got several different items with it. Whenever I saw this, just in the pictures, I mean, I just was like, that is my childhood. I grew up playing Nintendo. I grew up with my Game Boy here. Got my Game Boy. Got my Game Boy shirt here representing. That's my original Game Boy right there. And got my original Tetris. It only works now if I plug it in because the battery acid. I could probably clean it. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Nintendo. So when I saw this, I thought, wow, that looks just like the original Nintendo. And it even felt to me like the original size. Like I was like, they nailed the size of this. Until you pull out the cartridge, which by the way is pretty sweet. If you remember, it's got that push down function. It's exactly what it's got here. You pull it out, slide it in. There we go, turn it around. I can look at it. Slide it in, push it down, whoop. And of course you gotta blow on it a little bit, right? But look, there's the cartridge. And when I built the cartridge, I immediately knew this was not the original size of the NES system. Came out in '85, I believe. But look, there's the back. It's Lego, but that looks almost identical, just a little bit smaller. So I would love to have my original NES. I don't have it anymore to put them side by side. But if you got the original and you've got this set, I'd love to hear from you in the comments the difference in the size. But yeah, there you go. So you put that right in here. Just slide it, push it down, bam, you're good to go. This is awesome. I want to show you a little bit on the side here how the inside, we've talked about this before, the inside of this set is colorful. And I love that because the outside is very industrial, right? Grays and blacks. But the inside is full of color. Beautiful. Look, they've got the audio and video out there. They've even got the vents on the top. And this is an 18 and up set. And I'm not gonna lie, it was challenging. It was the most challenging set I've ever built. This wasn't as challenging as the TV that comes with it that I'll show you in a second. But even that, pretty challenging. Got the buttons on here, the power and reset. Those, you can't push them, they're just there. But look, all in all, like, it looks so real. Got the power plugs in the back. It's just so sweet. The angles of it are just exactly like what I remember to be the original. And look, we're talking about Christmas too, right? And for me, my childhood, Nintendo was connected with Christmas. Thankfully, I've gotten a little older and realized that Christmas is way more than Nintendo. It is about the birth of my Savior, Jesus Christ. But for my childhood, I just got Nintendo. I got all of the cartridges. I got the Game Boy. Game Boy I got in high school, I believe. It's just connected with Christmas. So when I think of Christmas every year, I start putting up the Christmas tree, I think of Nintendo. And that is where my brain goes. And of course, now I don't have this anymore. Here's the controller that I showed you earlier. I mean, just looks so much like the original. Got this cable that comes off, and as I recall, the cable was a little bit longer than this, but not much, honestly. It was probably about a 3-foot cable that came with it. The cool thing is you can actually plug this in. Show you that there. You can actually plug that in. Just comes out, and then it's got these little notches there. And there you go. I don't remember if it came with 1 or 2 controllers back in the day. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about that. But that is the Nintendo NES game system, game console. Alright, so here is the TV console that comes with it. This thing is awesome. Now, there's the front there. We'll get back to that in a second. But I want to show you the back here. It's got all of the plugs. It's got the little sticker on the back talking about the television. Look, did any of you have a TV like this when you were a kid? I remember we had a black and white television that looked just like this. I mean, just like it, but was maybe 4 times the size of it. Wasn't that much bigger, but sat in our little kitchenette that we had. But I want to show you here these knobs. You can listen to that. They click. Awesome. And these just pop right off. I mean, it's just very easy to come off. They even put like these pieces here kind of backwards so that they look like a speaker. It's just very well done. Well thought of, well thought through. And at the bottom there it says low tech. I love that little play there. So cool. Got this antenna. You gotta have an antenna, and that pops up there. Doesn't pull out, but doesn't need to. They just thought of everything with this. It's such a cool set. So now I want to show you the game function at the front here. So Nintendo's got the Lego line of Super Mario sets is different than this, but it works with this. So this came out, and then I think right around the same time the Super Mario sets came out, and that's where you can set up the game kind of in 3D. Got the Christmas catalog here. So this is kind of what the Super Mario sets look like. You can kind of put them together to make the game, and it's got some expansion packs. But one thing that they've got here is with this set, they've got this Super Mario starter kit. It's the starter course, and it comes with the actual Super Mario. Now that is the only way that you can get the Super Mario figure, and it's kind of a BrickHeadz kind of figure, kind of like my Ray over here. Looks like that. But it's the only way you can get it is through that starter course, which is $59. And so I opted not to do it. But here's what it does. So this set alone, as you can see, is $230, $229.99. And I would say it is every bit worth it. If you're a Nintendo fan, it's every bit worth it. But they're smart, and they've marketed it with this other Super Mario set. And what it does is, if you pop off the top here, it's got this little, I'm going to call it a microchip for lack of a better term, on the top, and you just put that Super Mario guy right on the top there. You can see in this picture. And then what it does is, when you crank it and you go through the scene, it makes noise every time Super Mario lands on something or hits something or whatever, just like the game. It plays the song. It's pretty awesome, and I wanted to spend $59 to do it, but I didn't want to spend $59 to do it, you know what I'm saying? I wanted just the character, not the starter kit. So, again, they're smart, but I wish there was another way to get it. But this is just such a sweet kind of little model of a television. It allows you to kind of activate the game, kind of mock it. It's pretty cool. But I want to show you something else. And also, just to show you this, there is a stand that this goes on, and it doesn't click into place. It just kind of sits there, and I even have to look as to how it fits. It kind of fits right in there. And on the stand. And TVs back in the day were a piece of furniture. They were totally a piece of furniture, so this looks so much like an original television like it. So I love the stand. I just took it off the stand to show you a little bit better, to get this a little bit lower on the table here. But again, doesn't click, just kind of pops right off. But what I want to do now is show you the inside. Just have these plates on top, and I love the color aspect of it. I love that the inside is colored, but I want you to kind of see the system, the track system that the scene is on. And those just kind of pop off of there. Let's see if I can show you this. It's very fragile. If you haven't seen our Mickey and Minnie Lego, I don't know if you can see them back here, but I've got these Mickey and Minnie Lego sets. Incredible set, and I dropped it on camera and went everywhere. So I'm very careful with it now, these, especially as much as they cost. But look, very colorful. But you can see the track system and how it works there. I just love the inner workings of Lego. It's one of my favorite things about Lego, is the stuff that you can't see. Very cool. I'd love to hear from you if you've got a set that's also got some cool inner workings, because I love it. I love it. I love the color. I love the track there. And they've got a lot of Technique pieces. I don't know if you recognize that if you're a Technique fan. There's a lot of Technique pieces in this one. And again, this was one of the most difficult sets I've ever built, just because a lot of small pieces inside and just a lot of weird configurations to make things work. Like, for instance, you can't go backwards. You cannot crank this. You can only crank it one direction on the side there. You cannot crank it backwards. So there's a mechanism on the inside that stops it. And it's very clever how that works. Oh, is he getting stuck? I found that he gets stuck on those steps right there. But again, very cool. And then these just plates just easily go right back on top. But since I wasn't able to do a build for you guys of this, I wanted to show you the inside of it. Look, all in all, for me, this nostalgically just kind of ticks all the boxes for me. Again, I wanted to show it to you at Christmas. It did take me a long time to build, but I really wanted to wait and show it to you at Christmas anyways, because it just connects for me with my childhood and Christmas. I got my Star Wars figures, and I got Nintendo and just Lego and just had a great time. But I just am connected with Nintendo, and I'll be honest with you. My dad has Alzheimer's. You may have heard me talk about that before, and he used to get me Nintendo games, and he would sit there and watch me play, and that was some of the most connected that we had as a child. And so I have an emotional connection to it. And so I love this set. I can't believe my wife got it for me for my birthday. And again, it took me a long time to build, but I enjoyed it. I just had bags laid out, and I would come at it every other day or every other week and just kind of slowly build it. But I do love this set. It's got this stand to go on. If you are new to this channel, remember, we are all about Disney, Star Wars, and Lego. We'd love to have you be a part of our family. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell to be notified of these weekly positive videos. We keep it positive here. And give us a big thumbs up, share it, and comment down below. That is it. Let's pull out the cartridge. And blow on it a little bit. All right. Very cool. That is it. I hope you love it. It's a great set. You have to invest in sets like this. They do cost a pretty penny, $229 for this one, but it is well worth every cent. This has been Mark Edington with Things I Love. Just a bit about me to help you be more you. All right, do some building today. All right, build some Lego, have some fun. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you soon.